Thank you. I'm sorry your kid had so many cavities. I have a 14-year-old and a 22-year-old. Neither have had a cavity, but I would never let them have the school breakfast program or school food. I never used fluoridated toothpaste with them, never let them eat cereal, always followed Weston Price protocol. So good morning, Peshtigo Water and Sewer Board. My name is Brenda Stoudemire, a local mom who sued EPA over fluoride's neurotoxic effects. In our recent case, Judge Edward Chen ruled that fluoridating water at 0.7 milligrams per liter, the optimal level, poses an unreasonable risk of reduced IQ in children. The court found substantial, credible evidence linking fluoride to lowered IQ and other health risks, requiring the EPA to consider a regulatory response. One critical issue with water fluoridation is that it ignores individual fluoride exposure. Water operators control the concentration, but the dose each person receives is unregulated. Babies and young children who are most vulnerable often consume the highest fluoride levels relative to body weight, especially in formula made with tap water. Studies show formula-fed infants in fluoridated communities have 3 to 4 times higher fluoride exposure than adults, and 70 times more higher than breastfed babies. Is this why breastfed babies are smarter? Fluoride isn't just a neurotoxin. It accumulates in bones and impacts the thyroid, kidneys, and overall health. Despite claims that it helps prevent tooth decay, recent reviews, including the 2024 Cochrane Review, found water fluoridation might reduce decay in children by just 3%, if at all. Dental health should be addressed by dentists, not water operators, and through proper care, not forced medication. Recent data shows a shift across Wisconsin. This year alone, 9 communities have ended fluoridation, with 14 more discussing it. Many communities are choosing to act on current science rather than outdated dental industry claims. Fluoride's impact is especially concerning for low-income families who may lack the means to avoid it in drinking water, leaving them with unwanted exposure or costly filtration expenses. Our 7-year lawsuit, which involved depositions of CDC, EPA, industry officials, revealed that they couldn't find any studies proving fluoride's safety for the brain. If officials or Wisconsin's fluoride response team claims there's no evidence of harm, they're either misinformed or disregarding extensive science showing fluoride's risks. Studies link fluoride in the U.S. drinking water to inflammation, kidney disease, kidney issues, low birth weight, earlier puberty, and among other issues. More recent findings also connect it to increased emotional and behavioral problems in children. We should be empowering families to make informed choices about fluoride rather than imposing it. I urge this board to consider the well-documented health risks and stop fluoridating Peshtigo's water. Let's prioritize the health and cognitive development of our children over outdated and potentially harmful practices. So the NTP, it was said that, it doesn't apply to water fluoridation. NTP addressed this because Health and Human Services has been promoting this through the dental or the health departments and stuff. And NTP says, quote, several of the highest quality studies showing lower IQ in children were done in optimally fluoridated 0.7 areas in Canada. But the individual exposure information in those studies, as documented by repeated urinary measurements, suggests widely varying total fluoride exposure from drinking water combined with exposures from other sources. For example, many urinary fluoride measurements exceeded those that would be expected from consuming water that contains fluoride at 1.5 milligrams per liter. So NTP says we're not just getting the 0.7 in our water, we're getting everything else too, and it's equaling 1.5. So a pregnant woman that drinks 2 liters of water is getting 1.4 milligrams of fluoride per day. Thank you.
Thank you, Brenda. Any questions of Brenda?